everybody. This is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading, and today's reading is a real interesting one, and it's called The Shittiest or Crappiest Ex Ever. Did they receive their karmic retribution yet? And we are only going to be using Nickelback songs during this reading. My apologies to those who like Nickelback or like their music. I actually listened to their music like in the early 2000s, but it became apparent like later on that the frontman of that group, his name is Chad, is like a total, egotistical, self-obsessed, total jerk. And by now he's probably a washed up has-been, okay? So I thought, well, what a appropriate thing to do to use Nickelback songs. I also have some people that I know that are musicians that also share in the story as well. And I never met the guy personally, but I do know people who met him personally and said, other musicians really didn't think very highly of him either. Okay, so anyway, hopefully nobody is super offended by the fact that I use Nickelback songs, but there is a reason that I did, okay? And I have 4 Nickelback songs here. If you've never heard of the group before, you can listen to them on Spotify and hear these songs and what I'm talking about. But anyway, they're from like the late 90s, early 2000s, mid 2000s type of thing. And they kind of reminds me a little bit of like Kid Rock, kind of that variety. So the 4 Nickelback songs that I have here to choose from are How You Remind Me, Savin' Me, Someday, and Rockstar, okay? And I'm gonna take these and randomly shuffle them out, and I'm gonna be assigning them to all the different piles. And yeah, so first of all, let's go ahead and do that. I'll go over the piles, and then I'm gonna say a word about karmic retribution in general, okay? So let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and see. Spirits, angels, and guides, please help me assign these songs appropriately to each pile. There we go. There we go. Okay. So every pile has a Nickelback song here to choose from. And we are, like I said, talking about the shittiest ex ever. And did they receive their karmic retribution, or did they receive their karma? Now, as far as this reading goes, it's 10:10 on my clock right now, so a great time to start a reading. And as far as karma goes, this reading is not attempting to incur karma on other people. It's not meant to say that we, or myself included, has the ability to inflict karma on someone else. And we are acknowledging the universe and the law of cause and effect in people's lives. And, sometimes we meet people and they're in a very bad cycle, or sometimes we meet people and they're just not a good person. And for those of you they may not be a good person because they're struggling with something. That's a tough thing to say, right? There is evil in this world. And no doubt some of you are coming to this reading where you had an ex that was a narcissist or abusive and all of that, okay? And I can't even attempt to say why things happened or why people are the way they are. Sometimes people are they think that they're doing well, but they're actually being really shitty. And we've all been shitty to someone in our lives before, but the difference is like some of us are, have remorse or feel remorse when we do something that is out of line with our integrity, okay? So just a little talk about that to say that in this reading, I'm not attempting to, mete out justice and quote unquote play God, and none of us are here to do that, and we're not using magic or witchcraft or anything like that to do that, but we are going to get some information about this situation, and this reading is really a validation for the people that are here. The intent is to be healing and to be validating, okay? And so we are leaving that intention for spirit, and we're saying we are asking for anyone who sees this video, spirit, that this be a healing video for them and it be a validation for them of their power and sovereignty within themselves, okay? So, because we're all here to try to be better people anyway. So let's go ahead and get into it, everybody. Now that I said that little disclaimer, we are going to go through the piles. So if you like the black tea light or pile number 1, you will choose pile number 1. If you like the red tea light or pile number 2, you'll choose the red. If you like the yellow tea light, you'll choose pile number 3. And if you like the blue tea light, you'll choose pile number 4. And you can go directly to the timestamps in my description box. Also, if you have more than one really shitty bad ex, you can watch multiple piles as well. That is definitely allowed. Or a really shitty friend or a parent. I mean, you can kind of fit it into your situation and you can watch more than one pile if you so desire. And what else was I going to say? For those of you that would like to follow me on Instagram or TikTok, details are in my description box below to follow me there. There'll be no extended reading today, but namaste, everybody. And if you'd like a personal reading from me, there's information in the description box below about how to book a personal reading. So let's go ahead and get into the piles. And yeah. Let's do it. And you guys, I had so much fun like choosing what Nickelback songs I wanted to use and like picking out the songs, but also I feel like I've been listening to Nickelback now for like 2 days straight as I've been preparing this reading for you, which has also been kind of silly. So anyway, and like I said, no offense to anyone that likes the music, because I mean, I guess you can, if you, in your mind, you could separate the person from the music. And also that group had other band members in it besides the front man. So, you know, maybe some of those people are actually nice people. All right. But let's go ahead and get into it. For my beautiful pile number 1s, we are going to do it. Let's do it. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the black tea light, and today's reading is called The Shittiest Ex Ever. Did they receive their karma? Okay. And we are using all Nickelback songs here to personify this relationship with you and your ex. If you would like to listen to my intro, I have a little word about karma and karmic retribution. We aren't in this space to give people karma or put karma on others. We are merely looking at what is happening, and we are also seeking healing and validation for my beautiful pile number 1s. So with that said, let's go ahead and channel it in. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the wonderful energy of my beautiful pile number 1s who come here today seeking answers for their wonderful selves. All right, pile number 1. So I'm getting a sense that some of you, when you met this ex, you thought that they were really wonderful, or you thought that they were like a really great person, or you thought that they were the bee's knees, okay? And yeah, and I feel like some of you are like, yeah, and it was unfounded. It wasn't really true. I feel like some of you maybe even put this person on a pedestal, and it just wasn't true, you know? And nobody's above you anyway, pile number 1. Like, I'm not above you. The person across the street isn't above you, you know, whoever. Like, you know, that's why putting people on pedestals, as we know, is just not something we want to do. But let's go ahead for my beautiful pile number 1s. Drum roll, please. Pile number 1. And let's see, what Nickelback song did you get? Okay, we have Saving Me. So this person also could have put you on a pedestal as well. The roles could have been reversed, but I feel like somebody here putting the other person on a pedestal. And so your guys' song, Saving Me. So I'm going to read your lyrics, and then I have some channeled messages below this that I've wrote out ahead of time. So your lyrics for this Nickelback song, this person is saying this to you, pile number 1. Prison prison gates won't open up for me. On these hands and knees, I'm crawling. I reach for you, and I'm terrified of these four walls. These iron bars can't hold my soul. All I need is you. Come, please. I'm calling. I scream for you. Hurry. I'm falling. Show me what it's like to be the last one standing, and teach me wrong from right, and I'll show you what I can be. Say it for me and say it to me, and I'll leave this life behind me. Say it if it's worth saving me. Heaven's gates won't open up for me. With these broken wings, I'm falling, and all I see is you. These city walls have no love for me. Okay, so I feel like some of you could have put this person on a pedestal in the beginning, and they really hurt you. And now, you know, as cause and effect would have it, or the law of karma, like this person is now in a position where this is kind of pathetic in a way, you know, that they're like, these city walls have no love for me. Now, if this person left you for another person, pile number one, or they cheated on you, or they betrayed you, or were dishonest with you, or, you know, they were committed to you, but then they just left you with no explanation. I feel like this person is now living with the cause of and effect of these actions. If you know that this ex is in another relationship, they are not happy. And I feel like if you came back around, or a person like you came back around that reminded them of you, they would leave that ex, or they would leave that person that they're with, you know? And the thing is this person is, you know, really, I feel, so let me read the channeled messages, what I wrote down here. This person feels lonely, and if you gave them another chance, they'd leave their current partner, or they've been totally and alone and lost without you since you left them. If they left you or cheated on you, they know they fucked up. They want, but it's almost like they want to suffer now because they're living with a sense of bittersweet regret. And this song is also, the lyric in it says, and teach me, teach me wrong from right, and I'll show you what I can be. So this person wanting you to save them or teach them wrong from right, maybe they expected you to mother them, or to teach them how to be a decent human being, or father them if you're a man watching this, and teach this person how to be a decent human being, right? And I feel like they're kind of groveling, they're in a space of groveling, and maybe they really expected you to be the one that would always show up for them, but they didn't do the same for you, okay? And it says, I wrote this down, expected you to mother them or show them how to be a decent person. What a child they are. Now they have deep regret and feel worse than ever. Sucks to be them, okay? So pile number one, right out the gate here, right out the freaking gate. Let's go ahead and look at your oracle cards and see. So I feel like this person's karma is that they're not happy in their current relationship. They realize what they've lost. Some of them thought that you would always be there for them, and they could still be like a child, and you would still be compassionately forgiving to them in all cases, all right? And I feel like this person has a lot of bitter regret about this. They may have bitter regret for many things in their life that they didn't realize until after the fact, I feel like this person never really appreciates what they have. You know, they have a fucked up sense of gratitude, and they're not really appreciating what they have. We have candles and magic, so maybe you guys had candles lit a lot, or there was like a mood that was always set, or I also feel like a light in the darkness. This person saying, like, you're a light in the darkness, okay? And yeah, right? And so they're like, would you save me, right? Like that you're a light in the darkness. We have gardenia and uplift. You are a naturally uplifting and magical person, pile number one. And, you know, by your efforts in being there for people, you uplift them and you make their life brighter and better, okay? But I feel like this person, they didn't really appreciate you for that. And they just took advantage of it in some cases here. We have the Page of Cups, teach me wrong from right, and I'll show you what I can do. So this Page of Cups, like, this Page of Cups, this person is like giving the bare minimum, but saying like, forgive me and also show me wrong from right, right? And teach me. And it's like, I'm not your teacher, right? Pile number one, it's like, I am not your fucking teacher here. Like, we're in an equal adult relationship with one another. So I feel like you guys are like, yeah, that's BS. I'm not this person's teacher. And they did act like a spoiled child at times with this Page of Cups. And the thing is I think they could have put in more effort. And I think that they did idealize you at some point in a way here with this Page of Cups, but in a very immature kind of a way. They're saying, I want to run away with you instead of running from you. And yeah, that's their regret. That's their regret that they're dealing with. We have crown chakra, ignoring the divine, ignoring intuition, and reconnecting with the I am presence and trusting, okay? So I feel like this person, like I said, they don't really understand their own blessings, and they're not, you know, talking about mindfulness. This person doesn't really have mindfulness, unfortunately, you know, and they ignore people or shut them out, or they don't appreciate what they have, I feel. And they don't follow their intuition either. And they think other people should teach them how to be a decent human being, right? Which is like, are you a child? We have frog here, so this person's very toxic. Pile number one, like they, and you can see like the black rain coming down. And I feel like this is the energy that you had to absorb when you were with this person. And I feel like this person has a negative view about the world or about themselves. And I also feel like this energy kind of seeped into you, pile number one, okay? Like, I feel like you're a naturally like an uplifting person, you're a light in the world, but I feel like when you were with this person, they became toxic towards you. And this person, I feel like, just impacted your energy in a negative way, pile number one. We have forgetting one's self. Okay, so again, I feel like this person, to me, just looks like they forgot why this connection or why this was important to them, okay? And maybe some of you guys felt like you were trying to save this person, or you forgot your own self in this connection, and it impacted you in a negative way, right? I feel like also this person forgetting what like really matters to them and what is important to them. We have atonement, card 31. So you see there's like how many swords in this person's back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 swords here. Kind of reminds me of the 10 of swords, okay? I feel like this person is saying, you know, these prison walls can't hold me on my knees. I'm crawling as I reach for you. Okay, it's like at the moment that they realize what they lost and you forgot them or moved on, pile number one, it's like this person now all of a sudden feels like they should atone for their behavior, or they should be, you know, self-pitying, or they should be made to suffer. I wrote in my channeled messages that they want to suffer. Okay. And yeah, it's like when they can't have something, then I feel like they're like, oh my God, now I'm suffering, you know, this kind of energy. We have Saturn talking about the energy of maturity and lessons learned about like, if you know, if you turn your back on something and you don't appreciate what you have in your life, you at some point you're gonna realize what you lost. And it's a tough lesson. And talking about karma, Saturn, of course, is the ultimate, you know, planet that delivers on karma, okay? And some of you guys in this pile, you might have felt like, what the fuck, is this my karma? Did I not listen to my intuition, right? And Yeah, so I feel like, at some point you guys might have even thought, well, is this just my karma? But I feel like this person is like really, really having to look at their karma in this situation. Okay, so rest assured, we have Saturn and Sagittarius here, and we could have Capricorn and Sagittarius energy, but I feel like you guys took on a lot of responsibility in this connection, thinking in black. You guys have the black tea light, and black is the color of Saturn. I feel like you guys took on a lot of responsibility in this connection for this person, almost like they're a child in a way, just emotionally expecting you to teach them wrong from right or show them how to be a decent human being. And I feel like this Sagittarius energy is like, what? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? And, I did everything, it's just this kind of energy. And, yeah, and I feel like this, and I also feel like this could be you as well, pile number one, in the sense that I did, because Sagittarius is the archer and it's that arrow shooting upward, right? And it's like uplifting this gardenia energy. What more can I do? I did everything for you, yet you didn't appreciate that. You turned your fucking back on me. Okay, pile number one, and we have closure here. So this reading, hopefully my beautiful pile number ones, bringing you a sense of closure. I feel like this person doesn't have closure on this situation, and that's why there is karma attached to this situation for them, because it involves a deeper life lesson for them with Saturn. And yeah, and I feel like this person sees you moving on, and I feel like this person may see your social media, because I'm seeing a face watching her here as she walks away. And I feel like this person, they feel like a clown or they feel stupid in a way here. But I see this big, beautiful red door that is shut tightly behind you, pile number one. And she's wearing all black, and she is walking away from this situation and receiving the beautiful light of closure. Okay. And I'm seeing the number 5 here. Somebody's birthday could be in the 5th month, or add up to 5. Like 14th, all right? I'm seeing a 4 here too as well. Someone could be an Aries or a Taurus, or your birthday day of theirs or yours adds up to a 4 or 5. I'm seeing an N and a T here for initials, N or T. I'm also seeing a J here and an R, RJ, okay? An R and a J and a P, all right? So those are some things that I'm seeing here. And yeah, and I feel like this person, they do have eyes on you, pile number one, as you are receiving closure from this situation. And I feel like some of you are like, yeah, I got closure on this situation some time ago. When you realize what was happening here, it's like, you guys were like, this isn't even attractive anymore. Like, this person, the way they are isn't even attractive. So I feel like you guys got closure on this situation, but they have not, okay? And that's part of what they're dealing with in their karma. And the letter B, Spirit is also showing me B and S. BS, right? Bullshit, okay? After you guys realize the bullshit of this situation, you guys are like, I'm out, turning your back on something, final closure. And look at you guys. Here we have a new moon in Libra. A new romantic cycle begins for you, pile number one, with the scales here, where things are much more balanced. When you're with an equal partner that can meet you at the level that you're at, right? And where you can grow together. So Spirit's saying, we cleared this energy and we're giving you closure, pile number one. So you guys know what you want, I feel, pile number one. You want to be with an equal and somebody who can meet you at your level, all right? And we have play. Look at these two. It says these two girls here on the card. They look almost like twins, or like someone's an older sister and a younger sister, but it says, find time to incorporate play into your everyday life. Allow your inner child to experience joy. You deserve to be happy and be joyful around others. Uplifting and Page of Cups. right? And I feel like this person put a lot of burdens and responsibilities on you, pile number one, that were not yours. Spirit is saying, you know, your inner child is important, and it's not up to you to heal everyone else's inner fucking child, okay? You've got enough to deal with your own inner child, and discovering a sense, not deal with, but you know what I mean? You're getting back to a sense of joy and play and happiness, pile number one. And we have forgiveness. And I feel like this is the beautiful gift that you guys are receiving in its place here. It's like a sense of discovering your own inner child, getting closure on this issue, beginning a new romantic cycle. You know, we can forgive. It doesn't mean we forget. You know, it doesn't mean that we just, I prefer the word peace instead of forgiveness, right? Joy and peace and uplifting energy. This feels very healing. The energy of forgiveness strengthens our capacity to let go of unwanted feelings and emotions. Yeah. So I feel like you guys are like, I don't really want to feel like someone is toxically dumping on me, or expecting me to parent them, expecting me to always take care of them or be there for them when they're not there for me. It is not fair to me. I don't want to deal with these unwanted feelings anymore. And yeah, so I feel like you guys are just saying, you know, I want peace, I want joy, and I'm starting over in a new romantic cycle. And some of you may have already been in a new romantic cycle for a while now, talking about, you know, lessons learned, right? And this may be somebody from your past. Like, you could be in your 30s, but I'm talking to you about a relationship that you had when you were 17 or 18, right? Or just in your early 20s or something, or even as a teenager, right? And maybe you guys saw this pattern in yourself and you're like, no, 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 like, I'm gonna let this go, okay? So yeah, good for you, pile number one. Let's go ahead and see what does Spirit want to tell pile number one about this situation. King of Wands. All right, you are going to meet somebody that is on your level. We have Sagittarius, and Sagittarius actually is the King of Wands in the tarot. So, you know, things are expanding for you, pile number one. Things are expanding and growing and changing. And I see the twin dragons here. And yeah, you're meeting somebody that is just as powerful as you and can definitely take care of themselves, okay? We have the 10 of Pentacles coming together for a long-lasting connection that actually just feels really good. And you guys may be with somebody whose love language is acts of service and can really take care of things for you and assist you and be there for you, which is such a change, you know, after being with someone where it's like they put everything on you, you know? And to like take care of them, right? And some of you guys could be meeting, you know, a wealthy partner too as well, because the 10 of Pentacles is the Lord of Wealth. There's justice. There it is. There it is, my beautiful pile number one. So yeah, and justice is blind, but it's not stupid. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you guys are like, yeah, you know, the way they say justice is blind is because there's not, you know, there's really, it's logic, it's measuring things, it's logic, it's not being driven, you know, astray with, or being influenced by things that don't pertain to the facts of the situation, right? So, but also it's an interesting saying, justice is blind, right? Because in this case, I feel like saying to you, justice is blind, but justice is not stupid, meaning you have learned, pile number one. You have really, really learned. And you're really mastering some really amazing soul lessons here. And I feel like some of you have been doing this for a while now. And yeah, and you're just confident, I feel, pile number one, that you're going to make better decisions, or you are making better decisions that actually impact your future in a really positive way, where things feel like there's a sense of equality in your connections. And the yin and yang symbol is here in the middle. And as we know, the yin and yang symbol, it constantly moves. It's constantly in motion. When it stops, that's when when all things die, right? So it's like you're constantly in motion, you're constantly changing, you're constantly growing. I feel like some of you guys are receiving your diploma here, because I'm looking at her holding this scroll, and it's like you're receiving your diploma in equality in relationships and being with people who have, you know, significant clout to bring to the table like you do, pile number one. Okay, so that's really fantastic. Let's get one more card here. What else would you like to tell pile number one, Spirit? What else would you like to tell pile number one? We have the Hierophant in faith, okay? And I feel like it's your guys's, you know, like, I don't know if some of you guys, like what your feeling is about faith or prayer or belief, but belief in yourself, belief in your ability to make proper decisions, all right, for yourself, and to be strong and confident, and yeah, and I feel like to be with somebody that can really, you know, really listens. I feel like too, the Hierophant is Taurus energy. So being with someone who really listens, Taurus has to do with listening, someone who considers your viewpoints, who's patient, who listens, somebody who can take care of business with the King of Wands, all right? And I feel like you're also turning into this person who can listen, who has faith that things will be better in the future, someone who recognizes now the clear balance in relationships, and somebody who doesn't take things for granted, okay? Unlike this person from your past who I feel like has a hard time with it, that energy, they take a lot for granted in their life, okay? And I feel like you really appreciate what you have, and that's why what you have is growing, pile number one, okay? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck here. So yeah, your ancestors are definitely watching you and helping you grow and helping you sustain yourself. And we are very close to Halloween right now. So there could be a feminine ancestor here, mother, grandmother, auntie, sister, cousin, somebody important coming through here. Just saying, you know, hey, I see your growth. I'm right there with you. I'm watching you. Okay, so lovely energy, my beautiful pile number ones. And thank you so much. I hope that that reading was affirming. I hope that it was healing for you and validating for you, my pile number ones. And I hope to see you again real soon. Leave me a comment if that reading resonated with you, or give me your feedback anyway, because I love to hear your beautiful feedback. So thank you so much and take care. Let's go ahead and move on to pile number two. Okay. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. You chose the red tea light, and today's reading is called The Shittiest Ex Ever. Did they receive their karmic retribution yet? And this reading has only Nickelback songs in it, all right? And for those of you that are not familiar with Nickelback, you can look them up. You can also listen to my intro. You can also listen to my intro talking about karmic retribution, in the sense that we're not judging anyone else, in the sense we're not putting karma on anyone else. All we're doing is reading the energy, and the purpose of this reading is to receive healing and validation for my beautiful pile number twos. So let's go ahead and do it. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the wonderful energy of my amazing, gorgeous pile number twos who came here today seeking your wisdom. All right, so pile number two, let's go ahead and get into the energy and see what Nickelback song did you guys get. I feel like some of you are a little nervous, pile number twos, or you're like, all right, I guess, Natalie, I guess, I don't know. I really wasn't going to click on this reading, but here we are. So let's go ahead and see, pile number two, what Nickelback song are you getting? All right, you guys got Someday by Nickelback, and I have lyrics and channeled messages for you. So, yeah. Spirit is telling me like a sense of dread. Maybe some of you guys are like, oh my God, you know, because you'd have an ex that you know that I feel like owes you something or owes you an explanation about something, okay? And I'm gonna read you the lyrics now, pile number 2. I'm getting like P names like Paul, let's see. I'm also getting J names like Janice. That could be somebody's like middle name or somebody's mother's names or grandmother's name, but I'm also getting these initials. Let's see what else Spirit will give me. I kind of feel like my ears are ringing a little bit right now. So anyway, let's read the lyrics and say, okay, it says, the lyrics are, how the hell did, and this is what they're saying to you, pile number 2, okay? How the hell did we end up like this? And why weren't we able to see the signs that we missed? Try and turn the tables. I wish you'd unclench your fists and unpack your suitcase. Lately, there's been too much of this, but I don't think it's too late. Someday, somehow, I'm gonna make it all right, but not right now. I know you're wondering when. You're the only one that knows that. Now the story's played out like this. Let's rewrite an ending that fits instead of a Hollywood horror, okay? So this person is saying this to you, pile number 2, talking about someday, somehow, I'm gonna make this right, but not right now, okay? Which is very frustrating. And I feel like this person, so here's what I wrote when I channeled this person. This person is clueless. They're taking no responsibility for what happened in the sense that, you know, they're telling you, I wish you'd unclench your fists and unpack your suitcase, right? So maybe you've been very mad at them. But they're like, I'm gonna make this situation right, but not right now, making me feel like they're very avoidant and they don't really want to face kind of why you're mad or what they did. All right. So this person is, I feel, clueless. They're not taking responsibility for what happened or understanding their part in it or why you're mad at them. They just don't like that there's fighting. You know, and it's like, well, okay, what's your part in it, right? What's their part in it? They know that you got mad. Maybe you left them, pile number 2, because you're like, I just can't take this. They don't want to compromise. They don't want to work in this situation. They're not taking any responsibility for what happened. And they don't understand at all what I'm feeling or why I'm mad. And so maybe you just left them because of that, pile number 2. And this person knows that you've moved on or that you're trying to move on with your life, yet they are whining about what happened in this relationship, but doing nothing about it, okay? And they're talking out the sides of their mouth in a way because they're like, I'm gonna make it right, but not right now. And I know you're wondering when I would, right? But they're just like avoidant, but they're doing nothing. I feel like this person puts everything on you to fix it or explain yourself or why you're mad. And they're just take note. They're like, how the hell did we wind up like this? And why weren't we able to see the signs that we missed, right? And it's like, they're not really, I feel they're just not taking responsibility, okay? I feel this is very lazy, pile number 2, and avoidant. It's very lazy, avoidant, and weak-willed. And they think they have time to make everything right. They think they have all the time in the world to make things right. And for the meantime, they can just go on avoiding something, okay? Or they can just go on until you're not mad anymore. They can just go on avoiding something or not wanting to deal with it. And I feel like this person just didn't want to deal with something and they became lazy about your relationship. You know, and, or lazy about, you know, conflict resolution or problem solving and not taking any responsibility for the reasons why you were upset or why you were angry, okay? So we are going to take a look and see, and unfortunately this person is not, I feel what their karma is that they're not really going to get too far in life with any connection or any relationship if they're not willing to put in the effort. Their relationships are going to be short-lived. They're not going to be very deep, and they're not really going to do the work that is required to go deeper, do conflict resolution, and be in a partnership with someone, okay? And if they don't know their own side of the street, and they can't take responsibility for, for what transpired or their own actions or what they did, then that, good luck. And you can find people like this, even people who are older, like people who are in their 40s or 50s that are like this. Especially weird when you find people that are like this, that are in their 40s and 50s or late 30s, because it's like, are you kidding me? Like, you haven't learned this already. And so just unwilling to do the work, I feel like, pile number 2, okay? So I get emotionally involved when I do the readings, pile number 2. And let's go ahead, let's look at the oracle cards here and see what Spirit has to say about this situation. So we have prosperity and the summertime, okay? So I feel like this person isn't going to prosper in relationships because they just give up, and they think, like I said, like they have all the time in the world to fix things. And it's like, you really don't. Like, our time on this planet isn't, we learned, of course, in the last couple of years that no one's time here is guaranteed. So, if you want something, you got to put the energy in to help it grow. We have timeless here. And I feel like you guys in my pile number 2s, you're very timeless, classical beauties, and you're very prosperous people. You're patient people, I feel, pile number 2. Maybe you guys are like, I'm not patient, Natalie. I feel like with this person, maybe you weren't that patient because it just, it just wasn't going anywhere. And it just spinning the wheels. Spirit's showing me like a wheel just spinning. And talking about like, we have all the time in the world, right? And this person kind of thinking that, but it's the 8 of Wands, right? Like having a sense of urgency, right? Somebody thinking, we have all the time in the world to fix this. It'll be fine, right? And someone else in the connection being like, no, we need to work this out now, or we need to discuss this now, or we need open communication, and we need to just get everything out on the table now, with the 8 of Wands. Yeah, this person is saying, I don't want to fight this anymore, okay? And again, this whole song about avoiding something, where they say, I'm going to make it all right, but not right now, and they're wondering, why are you so mad? Or why are you so insistent on, working through this energy or talking through this? And this person just kind of giving up and being like, I don't want to fight this anymore. Not understanding that there's actually conflict resolution that needs to happen in relationships. I can't keep running from my feelings. Yeah, they are avoidant. And it's annoying, and I feel like this person may disassociate a lot, or they think something is too hard, so they just run away from it, or they distract themselves with other things as a way to kind of avoid, okay? And we have the gazelle. So this person, I feel like, gets scared, or they get... they want everything to be perfect, right? With prosperity and the height of the summertime and everything be timeless. And if there is any challenging communication or difficult energy or anger, I feel like this person really shuts down at this. And they could have had parents that were a parent that was very abusive, or a parent that was violent, or... and so I feel like this person, when conflict comes up, this person just goes into avoidant mode, and they don't want to, they just are like, no, I can't deal with it, okay? We have, is this me, okay? And I feel like this is you guys, pile number 2, because I feel like you are a very, normally, you're a very accepting, patient, prosperous, you can wait for the right time for the harvest. You're a timeless person, pile number 2. You give people the benefit of the doubt. But I feel this relationship really pushed you to the fucking edge, okay? Because this person really like upset you, and there's certain things that they did by just avoiding, putting their head in the sand, running away from you, not resolving conflicts in this connection, leaving you hanging, wondering what the hell is this person thinking or feeling. And I feel like it made you guys very, very angry, you know, very, very angry, and made you feel impatient, angry, or just, you know, just almost combative, you know? And sometimes when you have that in a relationship, it's because one person is very avoidant and the other person is wanting to move towards conflict resolution, and it puts people in opposite corners. And maybe some of you guys felt like, I've never really been this mad before, this upset. And you were wondering at that time, you know, is this really me? Is this really me? Because of the way that this situation made you feel. And we have Queen of My World here. So I feel like this person felt like you were very demanding, or you were very angry and demanding at times, pile number 2. And the thing is you were just trying to get this person to work with you and to confront the issues that needed to be confronted, right? And that's what I feel like you were trying to do. And this person, I feel like almost like avoidant, like they didn't really want to deal with this situation. Maybe they were even a bit afraid of you for some reason, which you guys are like, you know, that's silly, because all I was trying to do was face this situation and work through the energy with this person and get things out into the open. And I'm seeing the letter N, the initial N, up in the corner here. All right. And I feel like for some of you, this person, you felt like they were avoidant. Maybe this person also was afraid of their own anger and their own temper. So anytime they would get involved with you in this situation, they would just walk away, disconnect, and disassociate from their feelings. And you're trying to get them to open up and share what is going on. And you know, I feel like this person didn't like that. But how are they going to grow in their relationships if they don't face things, you know? And I'm getting Gemini here too. So some of you guys could have been dealing with a Gemini, or you're a Gemini. I'm also getting Gemini and Aries here. And we have Neptune. So talking about being very like, look at these two, right? Like she's like, come on, you know, like fight me, or come on, let's work this out, or let's get through this. And you see the other person is just like, I don't really like this. I don't really want to deal with this. You know, Neptune can be very disassociating and very like running away from things at times. I mean, that's the like more negative side of Neptune, when you look at, you know, somebody who just doesn't really want to face up to someone else's feelings or what's going on with them. Okay. And I feel like I'm seeing STU on here, which is like, shut the fuck up. Okay. And this person could have said things like that to you, pile number 2. They could have said to you like, shut the fuck up, or they felt like you were telling that to them when you were just trying to understand what's going on, okay? And I'm seeing the R, the initial R here as well. And yeah, I'm definitely seeing STU, STFU, shut the fuck up, okay? Yeah, and I feel like this person's like, stop making me face things, you know, they just want to kind of disassociate. We have Earth here, and I feel like this is you guys. So we could have Pisces here with Neptune. We also have the Earth signs here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I feel like this is you guys. You're like, I need to be with somebody who has a grip on reality, and someone who doesn't run from things when they get hard, and somebody who is grounded and stable enough to work through things together here. And I'm also seeing these leaves at the top, which could be autumn. I'm also seeing butterfly here. Maybe something happened in the autumn time with this person. I'm also seeing, like I said, the butterfly. But I feel like you guys are just like, you know what? I'm better off. I am better off. I do not need that energy in my life. And I feel you guys are earth energy. You're very patient, very loving energy. You may have earth in your chart somewhere. And you normally are like very timeless, prosperous, and patient. But this person had a way of bringing out your anger, I feel, pile number 2. And they could have been projecting that on you if they had their own internalized anger that they just really couldn't express and they couldn't really deal with, okay? We have good luck here. And I feel like this is you guys turning, and look at this cat. Look at these cat eyes here. I feel like you guys might have said to this person when you walked out the door, like, good luck, man. Good fucking luck. Like, you don't think there's not going to be conflict in relationships? You don't think that there isn't going to be times when you have to work through things together, or there's going to be times where you have to be really honest with your partner and talk to them that way? If you think that everything just has to be perfect all the time, like, good fucking luck, you know? I feel like that was you guys, all right? Yeah, here's Aries. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries, okay? So I feel like you guys are like, I'm not even an Aries, but this person had me feeling like an Aries, you know? Or they brought out this side of me that was like more stubborn or controlling, right? And maybe some of you realizing that even as patient or as, you know, avoiding of drama that you want to be, there's also a side of you that's kind of spicy, pile number 2. Do you have a spicy side inside of you as well? And I feel like when you're pushed, there is a spicy side in you that comes out, and you would rather face the thing head on and deal with it than, you know, than just pretend like it doesn't exist, because that feels like shit. And I feel like, you know, this person just isn't the same way, and they have their reasons for that. And there's conflict, you know, and I feel like there could have been a big blow up or a conflict between you two when you really called this person to the table. You really called them to figure their shit out here, and they just couldn't do it. And it was like, all right, well, good fucking luck to you on that, you know? And I'm seeing dragonflies here as well. And we have, here's the Tower. Yeah, so a big change, a big moment of whiplash, pile number 2, where certain things were clicking into place that you didn't understand before. I'm also seeing the word high. So somebody, you know, I'm also seeing windmill or wind or high. And I feel like this person could have been like smoking out a lot, or, you know, or maybe you started thinking, well, I got to just smoke out or smoke a lot of weed or whatever to deal with this situation. So I calm down because this person won't be honest with me and they won't face up, you know? But I mean, and maybe you guys got into that position of kind of disassociating together, but at a certain moment, things came to a head naturally. I feel like with you and this person, and the ground was shaking and quaking, and, you know, and there was a lot of wind, and there was a lot of, there was a moment of, oh shit, and it feels like a tower to me. And it says, what is urgent in your life? What's making you feel overwhelmed and is out of your control, right? And maybe something feeling very out of control in this situation for you, pile number 2. I feel like this person also was getting easily overwhelmed, and you were being urgently wanting to get after it. And it says, are you worried about how you will survive a major change? So this could have been on the minds of both of you when this whole thing went down. Yeah, we have the divine masculine here. The frequency of the divine masculine supports our active, focused, and strong side, facilitating our capacity to transform our dreams into form. And I feel like you guys were taking on the role of the divine masculine, which is fine. I mean, we all have masculine and feminine energies within us, but maybe you are a divine masculine watching this video, but maybe you just were the feminine in this situation, taking on the divine masculine role, really pushing for a moment of clarity and understanding and confronting things, right? And this other person was taking, regardless of their gender, was taking like this kind of avoidant disassociation approach. And there needed to be clarity, you know, there needed to be action, there needed to be clarity, conversations needed to happen, you know. And it's like, you know, the divine masculine also talks about like progress and action and moving forward, and the fact that we don't have forever to do something, you know. So interesting, very interesting energy, my pile number 2s. And I feel like this person, what they're dealing with on a karmic level is they're going to have a very hard time having an adult relationship with any person, because they're going to turn that person into they're going to think just because that person wants to confront something or talk about something that they don't love them anymore, or that they're their enemy, or this person's going to have a hard time making anything last with this earth energy and Neptune, because Neptune dissipates everything. So they're going to have a hard time making their connections last and grow if they can't face conflict. You know, conflict resolution is a huge part of a relationship. Also taking ownership and accountability for your own actions. So that's what they're having to deal with. Yeah, 4 of Cups. I'm going to make it all right, but not right now. I don't wanna, okay? The 4 of Cups. And here you were showing up like, we can do this. We can work through this. And this person being like, no, I don't want to. You know, it doesn't work in their favor. That's what they're dealing with. The 4 of Cups is their karma. That's what they're dealing with, okay? And it's an emotional thing for them. It's a pattern that they learned. It's an emotional thing. I honestly, I'm not feeling like this person is like a really bad person, pile number 2. I just think that emotionally, they're not growing. They're like a little boy. Look at the little boy here. Or they're like a little girl. You know, they have a hard time, like their feelings get hurt and then they just can't face things, okay? And it's very hard to have an adult connection with someone like that. That's not gonna fucking work, you know? And I feel for you on that, pile number 2, okay? So what does Spirit want to tell pile number 2 here? And we have the Magician. So I feel like Spirit is saying, like, you know, some of you guys may have been like, did I manifest this? Or is this the kind of people I'm always bringing into my life? And Spirit's saying no, like, you're a very dynamic person, pile number 2. You're very dynamic, and your fate and your situations are always going to be moving and changing, because that is like, you're a magician. That is what you're always, your energy is always flowing and changing and differentiating. And I feel like this person gets very stagnant and very pulled down and defeated emotionally very easily. And you're very dynamic and logical. And I don't think, and you see the logic of things. Like, this is why we have to communicate. Mercury, right? And we have the Page of Cups. So Spirit talking about loving, compassionate communication, right? And talking about, you know, I mean, the truth is the truth is the truth. And sometimes the truth stings and it hurts. But mixing the energy of the Page of Cups and the Magician, talking about loving, compassionate communication with others that provides clarity and direction, okay? And this is what you are learning about. And also vulnerable communication, and, you know, not just logic for the sake of logic, but also like, you know, I want to work this out with you because I love you and I care about you. And I feel like this is your energy that you're coming from. But here's the 5 of Wands, right? And I think you have the ability to handle conflict, pile number 2. I think you do. And some of you may have had a lot of conflict in your household growing up, or you might have been around some very violent or aggressive people, or people that yelled a lot or screamed a lot, even growing up, because the 5 of Wands acting on the Page of Cups, right? And that may have really impacted you to where you really want to understand where people are coming from and get the communication right and have it be loving. Okay, and sometimes the Five of Wands, sometimes conflict is unavoidable. We have to grow through it. We have to learn through it. I mean, there's a difference between abusive conversations, screaming at people to shut the fuck up and, you know, all of this shit. There's a difference between very abusive, violent communication and communication that seeks to bring healing, that seeks to, you know, bring a change that in a positive direction to move something in a better, more positive direction, okay? And so there's a difference between that, and Spirit is showing you that, right? Spirit is showing you this. We have the King of Pentacles and Earth, okay? So yeah, here's the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck, right? With the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles. You know, I think you guys just want to get it right in your connections and grow with someone where you can really communicate, be yourself, and be safe and comfortable, okay? And we have the Sun and the Moon, right? So talking about union and bringing two people together. It's a very delicate thing, you know, it's a very delicate thing, and a lot of our insecurities can come up and be thrown in our face. And I feel like Spirit is telling you, pile number 2, like your nature is the King of Pentacles, very calm, very patient, very grounded. And you may lose patience when people are not being truthful and not being forthcoming, but I feel like your essential nature is to be a patient, loving, grounded presence, and to work through conflict in a very structured and grounded type of a way, and communicate in a loving fashion that moves things forward, okay? And I feel like for some of you, it's like there could definitely be something here about your father and communication when you were younger, or the environment that you grew up in, but I feel like you guys are really working with this energy in a new and exciting way that's very healing for you and very grounding for you. And I'd love to be able to say that a King of Pentacles is coming your way, or but I feel like you're growing within yourself right now, pile number 2. You're growing within yourself, and you're manifesting something new in your life. I don't feel like it's quite here yet, pile number 2, but I feel like it's forthcoming. It is forthcoming, and you're changing the way that you're doing things with the Magician here. You're seeing things in a new way, and you're becoming like very grounded and patient. And I think, you know, this sense of like inhabiting self and not getting overwhelmed when things happen. I feel like you're getting very grounded in this energy. And some of you have a lot of prosperity here, with prosperity in the King of Pentacles and Magician. Some of you guys are like financially, money-wise, I feel like there is an energy of prosperity coming towards you as well. All right, which is good news, pile number 2. So my darlings, I hope that that reading was beneficial for you. I hope that it was healing for you and validating for you. And yeah, wishing you the best in the future, pile number 2. And, you know, life changes, we grow, we evolve, we change. And we find people that are like, it's not finding people, it's more like we allow energy into our life that is a little bit better. Not a little bit better, but a lot better for you, okay? So thank you so much, pile number 2, and I hope to see you again in the future. Do leave me a comment if you feel so inclined. Hope to see you again soon. All right, we are moving into pile number 3. Let's do it. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the yellow tea light, and today's reading is called The Shittiest Ex Ever. Did they receive their karmic retribution? And as I talked about in the intro of this video, we're not trying to put karma on others. We're not trying to be the judge and jury on other people's souls here. We're reading the situation, and we're receiving healing and validation for my pile number 3s that chose to be here today. So pile number 3, we have a Nickelback song that is going to represent right here a channeled message that your former partner would like to tell you. And it is 11:11. Look at my clock, pile number 3. It is 11:11 in your reading, which is a beautiful moment of synchronicity for you, pile number 3. And we are going to see, we're going to get a channeled message based on this Nickelback song. And you can find out why I chose Nickelback songs for the shittiest exes ever in the intro to my video. And no shade on anyone who likes Nickelback, but let's go ahead and get into it. Let's do it. It's 11:11. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the beautiful, loving energy. 11:11 manifestation, opening up new roads for my beautiful pile number 3s who came here today seeking guidance and wisdom on their path. Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, pile number 3. I am getting the name Samantha or Sam or the S names. Let's see what else Spirit will tell me. They're showing me like somebody pouring something from a pitcher into a glass, but I also feel like that's the Star card where she's like emptying the water bear, which reminds me of Aquarius energy or the Star in the tarot, for those of you that resonate with that card, or the goddess in general. I also feel Isis energy is here with us, for those of you that resonate with the goddess Isis. And let's see what else I can get. Spirit is telling me, I don't know why they tell me the weirdest shit sometimes. They're telling me like marshmallow filling or something that has like a marshmallow or like sweet filling in it. So maybe some of you had that recently, or you looked at a recipe for that, or you had a bite of something that had something like that in it, okay? So let's go ahead. I mean, maybe I'm just thinking of that because I ate almost an entire bag of gluten-free cookies the other day. Save me, pile number 3. All right, let's go ahead and see, what is your Nickelback song, pile number 3? Oh, I knew it. I knew it. You guys were going to get Rockstar. All right. So, of course, you have 11:11 in your pile and the song Rockstar by Nickelback. And I got to be honest, pile number 3, I think this one is almost the most comical one, or almost the most like worst one, I gotta say. So maybe some of you guys have like a shit show of an ex that was very toxic, very egotistical, is a total washed up has-been. But we are gonna go ahead and get into this reading, okay? And okay, so the lyrics this person is telling to you, pile number 3, I have the lyrics right here. It says, I'm through standing in line to the clubs I'll never get in. It's the bottom of the 9th and I'm never gonna win. This life hasn't turned out quite the way I wanted it to be. I want a brand new house on an episode of Cribs and a bathroom I can play baseball in, and a king-size tub big enough for 10 plus me. I'd trade this life for fortune and fame. I'd even cut my hair and change my name. Because we all want to be big rock stars and live in hilltop houses driving 15 cars. The girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. We'll stay skinny because we just won't eat, okay? So this person could be a washed up has-been, an athlete, rock star, actress that actress that never found success. You know, and for them, superficialities, ego, all of that, like dating for money, or just, you know, thinking that they're going to go so far in life and they're going to be these big rock stars, or they're going to be like star athletes or actors and actresses, and very superficial, not because that you have a goal, but because I feel like appearances to them are more important than anything, right? Which, you know, is very superficial, okay? And so here's my channeled message about them. This person is a washed up has-been. They've never reached their goals in life, and they're not happy with their life either, with the life that they're living, because they say, I'd trade this life for fortune and fame, okay? They think they deserve fortune and fame, and I feel like some of them, their dreams never came true, and now they're living a boring life, okay? Maybe they cut their hair and changed their name, but they're not as you know, like life has taken them down a couple notches. I feel like pile number 3, okay? They're still extremely superficial and egotistical, but they have nothing to show for it. I feel like this person sucks at sex as well, because they're saying, we'll stay skinny because we just won't eat. And the whole won't eat thing reminded me of somebody who won't go down on anyone or doesn't like to go down on someone, who's very like selfish sexually, and they suck at sex and going down on someone. This person could also be dealing with impotence, like being impotent. And this person now hates the way that they look, and they feel inferior to other men or women, and that's why they feel like they need to have the best and the best of everything, okay? So I feel like this person is saying they don't want to admit it, pile number 3, but this person is saying like, I'm not happy with my life. I'm not happy with the life that I'm living. I'm not happy with how I look, with what I'm doing, and the goals and dreams that I wanted never really came into fruition like I wanted them to, or that their success was very short-lived. All right, pile number 3. So we're gonna go ahead and see, for some of you that are like, yeah, my ex was a total narcissist, they only cared about, which narcissism of course is deeper than, you know, taking selfies, and narcissism is more like grandiosity, having to put others down to make yourself feel better, and having this false self that always needs validation and ego stroking, and, you know, is very, you know, lacking in empathy. Okay, so just to make that clear, we're not trying to diagnose anybody as a narcissist, but there are narcissists out there. And it said that at least 3% of the population is narcissist or psychopaths. And if you identify as an empath or an overgiver, a people pleaser, or a codependent, then it's easy to run into these kinds of people, okay? So, and I speak from experience, pile number 3, so, you know, don't hang me on my cross yet, all right? So let's go ahead and see what the oracle messages are about this person's karmic retribution. We have earth and grounding. So grounding can feel really good to people, but I also feel like to this person, it feels like shit, because they want to live an exciting life and be the center of attention, and their life has gotten very boring. I feel like they don't live where they want to live. They don't live like, they could be living out in the suburbs, gaining weight, getting a pot belly, you know, whatever is going on here. I feel like this person is very bored, and they feel like they've been grounded into their room. And especially during the pandemic, if this person was some type of performer or some type of, and they couldn't really like perform anymore, which of course sucks, obviously. But this person realizing like they don't, and I feel like this person could have liked to really travel and live the high life before, or front like they did. And the thing is I feel like this person is like grounded now, like they cannot go as easily as they used to, and their life has become very, very boring. Pile number 3. Okay, we have cauldron and sustain, right? And I feel like what the energy is here is this person doesn't really have the energy to sustain this life that they've been living. I feel they're very unhappy with it, and they're saying, I'd trade this life for fortune and fame. Okay, so we're just sustaining and not going anywhere is something like, I feel like they've been stuck. Pile number 3, like they can't go up, you know, they've just been at this flat level, which some people like would be very grateful for that, or be very happy to, you know, have earth energy and have what they need and have great food to eat, and be happy that their life isn't in total chaos anymore, and that they're able to sustain their life. Like some people would be happy about that. I feel like this person is very restless and bored, okay? We have the 2 of Wands. Yeah, very, very restless and bored. This is a Mars and Aries card. So I need to get out there. I'm missing out. FOMO. And with the snow here, I feel like this person is entering into like a later phase of their life. It could be getting older, going through a Saturn return, feeling the aches and the creaks in the body, like somebody is aging here, but yet they want to act like they're still like super young, and they can do anything, right? Anything you can do, I can do better, right? I feel like what this person is saying, which is very annoying. This person is saying, I don't know why I keep pushing you away. I'm sorry. Maybe they came back and apologized many times to you, or tried to kind of bring you back into their fray and apologize and be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. They're saying, I wish I did things differently. Now I don't know how to fix us. Okay. So I feel like you were kind of the one that got away for this person, pile number 3, because they were too busy thinking about what they want to do next or where they want to go next, which, you know, that's a good thing in life, to be ambitious and to have dreams and goals, but not to, you know, run over other people with that, or be superficial and egotistical and, you know, just one-minded about something, right? And so this person is like, you know, I fucked up something good that I could have had with pile number 3. And I could have had probably a better, more exciting, happy life with pile number 3, but I pushed pile number 3 away, and I have no idea how I would ever fix that. We have the bee here, the honeybee. So I feel like, you know, you guys were very sweet to this person, pile number 3, like very sweet, very caring, very loving to this person, and they could have had a really nice life with you, you know, but I feel like this person just wasn't happy with, and they just have a habit of not being happy with what they have and having total FOMO about everything and always thinking the grass is greener. Okay. And we have blinded to pain. Card number 13, pile number 3. So blinded to pain. This hurt. This really, really, really hurt. Yeah. And I feel like some of you guys were like, I just can't. I can't sustain this. I can't. This person's just causing me so much pain. And I can't sustain this. And you see these bugs are like eating into her skin, and there's a fly on her eye. And yeah, I feel like you guys are just like, yeah, I couldn't stay with this person. There's no way I could have like sustained a long-term relationship with this person, because they were too self-centered and they only cared about themselves, and it caused me a lot of pain. Okay. And we have perchance to dream here, and what you see here is somebody over another person, but they're kind of pushing the other person down. And they're like saying like, you stay down, or what I want is more important, or my dreams are more important, or what I want is more important. Okay. Which is not good. Pile number 3. That is not good. All right, my friends. And we have Mars here. Yeah, this is a lot of Mars and Aries. Here's the Mars card. So this person like being very self-centered and egotistical, and having a lot of anger too, and saying like, my dreams are more important than you, or what I want is more important than you. When I feel all you were wanting to be with it, you were just wanting to be with this person. You just cared about them and loved them. And I feel like some of you guys are like, yeah, this person taught me like when it's not safe to put my energy into certain situations, because this person doesn't have, you know, they're very self-interested. They have no concept of like people being equals, or people, you know, or compromise, right? And in astrology, Mars is a malefic planet, you know, and I feel like this person is, you know, very malefic. I also feel they're very competitive, you know, like they want everyone to see them as a winner, you know, which isn't a bad thing, but it's not bad to be competitive, but when you're pushing other people down and putting other people through great pain so that you can be on top, like that isn't cool, you know? We have Jupiter here. So this person thinks they're always going to be lucky and they're always going to be on top, but you know, their luck has run out. And Jupiter can also talk about excesses. Like this person saying, I want a brand new house and an episodes of Cribs and a bathroom I can play baseball in. and a king-size tub big enough for 10 people, right? So Jupiter is just like, and with Mars, it's like, I want everything. I want more. I want it now. I want it all, and I want more, okay? And I'm willing to, I'll be a dick to others just so I can have what I want, because I believe it's owed to me or it's mine, you know? Very hard to be with a person like that, pile number 3. That's a very, very hard person to coexist in a connection with, all right? And very painful, this blinded to pain. We have peace. Oh, pile number 3, this is you guys now. It's like, yeah, I have peace now. Here's the dove of peace. There's 2 doves here. And I feel like you guys are like, you know what? I finally, like, this connection was very, I feel like it, like, buried your sense of self in a way, pile number 3. And I feel like now you're free. You know what? Now you're free and you're at peace. And you're like, I don't want to be a part of that energy. I don't want to be a part of that lifestyle. I don't want to be a part of that energy. And I feel like what you do now is you just observe from a higher perspective. Now, pile number 3, and you just watch people's behavior. You observe from a higher perspective. And if it doesn't bring you peace, you don't want anything to do with it. And I feel like at some point you might have felt sorry for this person, pile number 3, but that's also how these people kind of get you, is they take advantage of someone's good nature, and also if someone feels sorry for them, okay? But I feel like you're like, I almost would feel sorry for this person, but they're so messed up that, you know, I'm just gonna keep myself separate from this and be peace, all right? And expect sweet results in my own life and work on my own self and the energies that I'm harvesting is what I feel like you're saying. And talk about the honeybee with yellow and the yellow bee, right? And the honey. I feel like you guys are very, very sweet, and you do have what it takes to sustain a very good relationship as long as it's healthy and grounded, right? Like being with these ungrounded, flighty people that are very selfish is not for you, okay? Or people that want to like take over the world. It's like, well, that's cool, Dr. Evil, but like, you know, I don't feel you guys are really about that life, pile number 3, okay? And we have the new moon in Aquarius, and I talked about the star card and pouring the water out of the jug, and here she is right here. Can't make it up, pile number 3. This is a huge confirmation. New moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. And here she is, here's the goddess on the star card, pouring out the jug of water there. And I feel like you guys are emptying your emotions out and you're finding peace within yourself, and you're becoming like a star in the sky, observing this situation from afar, but not becoming attached to it, which is really, you know, good energy when you're trying to detach from something and remain separate from it and be in your own light. That star card is also about healing as well too. So you guys are very much healing and bringing more love into your life, which is amazing, pile number 3. Oh, here you are. Nobody better fuck with you, pile number 3. I feel like here's this woman with a sword. She reminds me of the Queen of Swords. You guys, if there are people, you learned a valuable lesson. If there are people in your life, you're not just gonna stick around and wait for things to get better or change. If there are people that do not respect you and do not have your best interests and cannot maintain, you know, this level of integrity and honesty, you don't want to be a part of it, okay? And some of you guys maybe got really good at saying, I don't want any part of that in my life, and that's not who I am. And if that's the way that you want to be, then you can exit stage left, okay? And I see a tattoo on her upper arm. It looks like a snake or a dragon. Some of you guys may resonate with that energy, but you know, it says, take some form of action without regrets. Yeah, you don't have to regret this, pile number 3. Like if you're like, oh, I should have done things differently. Things could have turned out differently. No. Take some form of action without regrets. Examine what is holding you back from taking action and cut it loose. You will get the most immediate results through acting decisively. no maybes, okay? It's not like maybe it'll be okay, maybe it'll be better. I think you guys really learned something from this as far as holding your boundaries, standing your ground, and, you know, and being with your own integrity. If I don't like it, I'm gone, okay? And yeah, so very, very strong and stern energy with the Queen of Swords and the Star card, very much healing and peace. And I just am not gonna deal with that, okay? And we have surrender, yeah, so much surrender of, you know, and I feel like this person, they don't really know surrender. They do not know the heart chakra. This is green energy, it's heart chakra. Surrender is heart chakra energy. They do not know the energy of surrendering to life and finding peace. They always want something more. They always think about how they can get something more from other people. And because of this, this person lives in a constant state of stress. Nothing is ever enough for them. And they're not happy. They cannot surrender to their experience in their way, in any way. They always want more, you know, and their mind is never calm because of this, okay? And some of them could be with a partner now that is very queen bee-ish and very controlling, and they feel binded to this person for some reason. This person not finding happiness, okay? And that's the karma that they're dealing with, okay? Pile number 3, and they don't have that same sense of peace and surrender and serenity that you have, okay? And that's their cross to bear. You know, and we're not trying to judge other people's crosses to bear or whatever. We're not trying to say people can never change or get better, but this person has a long history and a pattern with doing this, I feel. So that's what I'm getting. And it says the energy of surrender supports us to let go of illusionary control and yield to the flow of love and life, which is a gift that you guys are being given, right? You cut the unnecessary fat out of your life, the things that don't mesh with you, the things that, you know, encroach on your boundaries, and the things that are just not for you. You cut those out of your life, and then you surrender to the flow of your life. Pile number 3, okay? So it's 11:33 on my clock right now. In my pile number 3, we have number 39 here, 3 and 9. And yeah, let's go ahead. And it's like the Empress times 3, right? 3 and 9. So many, many blessings in surrender, cutting things off and letting go for you, pile number 3. So let's see, what does Spirit want to share with pile number 3 regarding their movement forward? What does Spirit want to share with pile number 3 here? We have the Moon. So there's been times when you maybe weren't sure of what direction or what path to take, or the emotional waters were muddied and unclear, and Spirit acknowledges that, but it's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, right? And I feel like some of you guys are saying, you know, I feel like when this happened, I was younger and I didn't know what I was getting into, but now I know. Now I know better what I'm getting into, and I'm not as naive as I used to be about people and their ability to change and grow. Some people are just stuck at a certain level emotionally, and it's not up to you to change them, right? We have the 10 of Pentacles. Your growth has been exponential. Pile number 3. It's the Empress times 3. It's the 10 of Pentacles. It's the card of great wealth and success. And the irony of this whole situation, pile number 3, is, you know, you may not have known where you were headed or what direction you were going, but what you ultimately land at is a place of gratitude, wealth, prosperity, success, a sense of being grounded in your own prosperity and in your own truth. And, you know, feeling very grateful. It's like a Thanksgiving energy. It's like giving Thanksgiving for your path, even though at times you didn't know the direction you were headed or how things would work out, but still you took the risk and you went anyway. And, you know, for you, it pays off. Pile number 3. For this person, not so much, okay? And you know, and they have to bear witness to that, which, so pile number 3. But I feel like I'm done talking about them, all right? We're talking about you right now, pile number 3. So let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and see what energy Spirit is wanting to bring in here for pile number 3. The King of Cups. Spirit is wanting to bring, oh, there's Temperance. There is beautiful Temperance on the bottom of the deck. And yeah, renewing faith, renewing hope, and a feeling of serenity and peace, in a sense that your angels are with you, protecting you, guiding you. And it's okay to, you don't have to be, just because you don't know where things are headed immediately, doesn't mean you have to stop what you're doing. And it's okay, like, don't overwhelm yourself, pile number 3, with decisions or choices that you're making right now, but just know that you're protected. And, you know that the choices that you are making are leading to long-term success and happiness for you. And I also see a partner here for you, a King of Cups, someone who is very, a positive King of Cups, somebody who's very giving and generous and emotionally present and emotionally mature and acts in their integrity, someone who's very soft and loving and sweet and kind, okay? And your angels are helping to bring this. Oh, there's the Queen. Oh my God, there she is. There's the Queen of Cups. There is the Queen of Cups. There she is, right under Temperance. Your angels are saying, we are bringing you into fruition with an amazing connection, the King and Queen of Cups, and we are taking care of you, and we are watching over this for you, okay? And it's going to be something long-lasting, and you may not know what direction you're heading in now or how this is going to work out, but you're not going to have to force it. Pile number 3, this is going to be very natural and very loving for you. And yeah, so much coming from this energy of surrender, holding your boundaries, and staying in peaceful detachment. So thank you so much, pile number 3. I hope that reading was very healing and validating for you. I hope it gave you a sense of connection to your higher self as well. And yeah, I loved it. Thank you so much, pile number 3. Loved your reading. And do leave me a comment, like, share, subscribe if the reading resonated for you. Thank you so much, and take care. Let's go ahead and move on to pile number 4. Let's do it for my beautiful pile number 4s. Deep breath, deep breath. Okay, let's do it. Pile number 4, welcome to your reading. You chose the blue tea light. Thank you for being here today. This reading is called The Shittiest Ex Ever. Did they receive their karmic retribution? And we are using Nickelback Songs Only, which you can find out why I used Nickelback Songs Only in this reading. So we're gonna see what your Nickelback song is and what this person is saying to you. And you'll also get my channeled messages. And then we are gonna look at their karmic retribution. Now, as I said in the beginning of the video, I talk about this and say we are not inflicting karma on others. We are not shoving others off the cliff to their own detriment. We are simply looking at the energy that is going on, and we are getting healing and validation for my beautiful pile number 4s, okay? Spirit is also giving me the word ghost right now. So maybe some of you are telling ghost stories, or you had an incident with lights flickering or technology or some type of ghost, or maybe there's a song or a group called Ghost that you really like. But yeah, I'm getting the Spirit's telling me ghost, okay? They're also telling me 9 by 9, which is like a measurement or something. 9 by 9, a measurement for something. Maybe some of you guys were looking for a piece of furniture or something that would fit in a certain place in your house, or hanging something on a wall, or looking for a certain type of picture frame. Spirit is showing me. What else? Oh, Spirit's telling me the laundromat. So some of you, have you been to the laundromat recently? Or are you like, I really need to go, or I've got a ton of laundry to do, or it's piling up and I've got a lot of chores I need to get done. All right, so Spirit giving me, I'm also getting the name Chrissy or the C names, or maybe someone who went by that name when they were younger or knew someone with that name, or the C names. Could be a variation on Chrissy, Chris, Christine. Spirit's also telling me Hubba Hubba. I do not, maybe that's somebody's nickname, or yeah, Hubba Hubba is also like an old phrase for like you're hot or like whoa or something like that. Okay, pile number 4. So interesting messages from Spirit. Spirit's also showing me someone doing something with their hands, or someone who talks with their hands or is showing their hands doing something with their hands. Okay, so pile number 4, that's a lot of messages. We are going to go ahead, and if you didn't get a channeled message there, it doesn't mean the reading isn't for you. It's just for those people that are resonating with that. It means pay really close attention. Everyone else can obviously pay attention too. All right, so let's go ahead and see what is your Nickelback song, pile number 4. Okay, you guys got How You Remind Me by Nickelback. And yeah, so this blue tea light talking about the throat chakra, communication. We are going to see what this person is wanting to communicate to you, pile number 4, through lyrics. So the lyrics are, never made it as a wise man, couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing, tired living like a blind man. I'm sick of a sight without a sense of feeling. And this is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you say sorry. I'm always waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken for handing you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong. I've been down to the bottom of every bottle. These 5 words in my head screaming, are we having fun yet? Okay? So this song is all about, like, this is how you remind me, this is how you remind this person, pile number 4, of what they really are, which is, you know, and this person's saying, you know, I've been wrong, I've been down to the bottom of every bottle. So going down in flames, really. And here's the channeled message that I wrote. They can't escape their own feelings or patterns. You showed them something about themselves they can't ignore. They're too stubborn to say sorry. They had too many excuses and were self-pitying. Drinking, maybe some of them drinking or going to excesses, because in the song it says, I've been to the bottom of every bottle. Drinking or self-destructive behaviors, okay? Their other relationships haven't been any better. They can't figure out what they keep doing wrong. They're looking for answers in all the wrong places, okay? And yeah, so this energy of being very self-destructive, and this is how you remind me of how I really am. And the lyrics say, I'm tired of living like a blind man. So this person doesn't really understand like what they keep doing wrong, and none of their relationships have really been successful. And it's because they have a lot of self-destructive behaviors and too many excuses, and they're too stubborn, and yeah, and they're unwilling to see, you know, their part in this is what's happening here. And it's almost like they like it, because they're like, these 5 words in my head screaming, are we having fun yet? And it's like, it always ends up this way. It always turns out this way. And their relationships are just a shit show, pile number 4, okay? And they don't really know why. And I feel like they're really stuck in a cycle of, you know, of trying to understand and also waiting for other people to apologize to them. And they're saying, it's not like you say sorry. So maybe even saying, you know, like they thought you were going to apologize to them, or that, you know, you had all these excuses of they were always waiting on a different story. But the thing is they're saying they can't deny that what they say you are, they are, okay? And talking about truth in the throat chakra and pile number 4, right? And you might not even be those things, but I feel like this person projects on you what's really on them. The fact that they make too many excuses, the fact that they're too stubborn to say sorry, the fact that they're self-pitying and self-destructive, some of them drinking or engaging in self-destructive behaviors, and then wondering, why aren't any of my relationships any better? Okay, you really showing this person, pile number 4, something about who they are. Okay, this is how you remind me of what I really am. Interesting energy, pile number 4. So let's go ahead, and I do feel like there could be somebody here that has Scorpio in their chart, or a fixed sign in general, like Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or Aquarius. So let's get into it, pile number 4, and see what the oracle says. Yeah, we have Scorpio. Here's Samhain and death. And Samhain, of course, is October 31st, or Halloween, and during the time of Scorpio. So right out the gate, there's the scorpionic energy. But I feel like this person's saying, none of my relationships ever work out successfully, and they always end in great pain and destruction and self-pity, because I don't really know why things keep ending, death, and why things never work out. But, you know, I don't really get it, I feel like, is what this person is saying. And I feel like you guys are like, yeah, there's a reason for that. There is a reason, you know? And this person's like, I don't get it. I'm always waiting on a different story, you know? And it's like, it's the same fucking story over and over again for this person. We have toad and adapt, okay? So this person acting like a real fucking toad, and a real chode, and a real toad, all right? And yeah, and I feel like this person's like, they got a lot of shit wrong with them. Like, I see a ton of warts on this toad, which is kind of gross, but they got a lot of shit wrong with them, yet they're sitting and wondering, like, why does it always end this way? And I feel like this person has just adapted to the shittiness. And it's like, they just think that, like, this is what it is. This is relationships, you know? And it looks like they have a black eye even. Like, they're like, I'll just take my, are we having fun yet? I'll just take my fucking, like, beatings or whatever. I feel like this person, like, and I mean that metaphorically, like emotionally beaten down. And I feel like this person is saying, you know, like, this is just the nature of relationships. They're just shitty in general. And I feel like they've adapted to the shittiness. We have justice and karma. So this whole reading is about karma. Pile number 1 also got justice too. So I feel like you're the one delivering the justice in this case, pile number 4. And you're telling this person, like, your suffering is because of the self-destructive behaviors that you're engaging in, and you can't really look at this situation logically. You just choose to adapt to it instead of thinking clearly about it. And I feel like, you know, Libra is the 7th house in astrology, which is the house of our partners, okay? And you really showed this person, like, no, this is how you really are. We could have Libra and Scorpio energy here, but, you know, this is really a reflection. I'm showing you this because it's a reflection, okay? And yeah, talk about rough justice with the justice card here. This person's saying, I'm sorry I have hurt you so many times. Yeah, and I feel like you, in good faith, trying to work this out with this person, trying to compromise, trying to show up in a way that's full of integrity and truth. And I feel like this person's just like, everything's shitty, you know, like, I've adapted to this way that I am and I can't change, you know? And I feel like this person's hurt you quite a bit. Past lovers. Okay, resentment is a big issue on this one. Past lovers. Healing resentments and wounds from past relationships will help to heal the connection between you and your divine counterpart. So this person has a lot of resentment because of their past relationship. You may also carry some of that resentment to pile number 4, in the sense that, I can't believe this way this person treated me this way, or I can't believe, but it's really like, I feel this is really in themselves, you know? And there is a huge energy here about just adapting to shittiness and resentments and wounds from the past. Yeah, and this person having a hard time with even going forward all their current partners because of all these wounds and resentments and shittiness that they've already incurred, okay? So not great. we have the mouse energy. I had a feeling this was going to come up, right? This person is like, yeah, everything ends and nothing works out. And I feel like it makes this person feel very small. I also feel like this person could have made you feel very small as well, pile number 4. Like really made you feel nervous, anxious, small, like, you know, and I feel like this person also could have a lot of anxiety too with the mouse energy. We can talk about Virgo energy here too. But I think like paying attention to all the details and not missing anything, but misinterpreting everything is also what I feel like this person does sometimes, which is not great. And we have sacrifice. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, in this relationship, you guys could have really felt like, I'm going to have to sacrifice like what I want or what I need or who I am to be in this connection because this person is so destructive. You know, we could have Pisces and Virgo energy here too. Then we have, I won't cry for you. And I feel like this person is, I feel like they tell themselves a very martyrish and self-pitying story about what happened in this connection. And when they talk to other partners about it, they cast themselves as the victim in this situation. And they are like stubborn. I'm not going to cry for you, right? Yet here they are, you know, crying tears of blood, you know, and it's like, I'm not going to cry for this situation. And I'm not going to really like, you know, yeah, I'm not going to really like deal with this, you know, I'm not going to let you see me cry. I'm not going to let you see me. I'm going to paint myself as the one who had to make all the sacrifices here. Okay. And I feel like it's almost like I feel like you might have gotten really lost in this situation, pile number 4, like, because I'm feeling kind of lost. It's like, who's who here? And I feel like there's this energy of who's who, who's the stubborn one, who's the one who's being sacrificial, who's the one who's making the other one feel small, who's the other, you know, who's the one that is just putting up with things when they shouldn't, right? And yeah, and I feel like there's a lot of projection going on in this connection. And it could have, you know, this person saying, this time I'm mistaken for handing you a heart that's worth breaking with this sacrifice and I won't cry for you, right? And I feel like you guys are like, that is bullshit. You know, I gave this person my heart too. I in good faith wanted to be with them. I loved them. I cared for them. You know, and this person being very martyrish, you know, it's this time I'm mistaken for handing you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong. I've been down to the bottom of every bottle. I feel like this person, when they're explaining this connection to a new partner, they're like, pile number 4, like really made me feel horrible and hurt me many times. And, you know, broke my heart and didn't even care justice, right? And yeah, so that's bullshit. We have Mercury talking about communication with the blue tea light and the throat chakra. So this person, you know, not really knowing what they're saying and what they're doing and just being swept up in the emotion of it is what I feel here. There's Scorpio. There it is. There it fucking is. Okay. We could have a Virgo and a Scorpio or a Gemini and a Scorpio or just somebody who communicates with a lot of intensity of emotion, but doesn't really know what they're saying or doesn't really think about the words that they're saying and how they are affecting someone else. Okay. And I feel like this person also switches their role to make themselves look like the person that was, you know, completely wounded and completely destroyed, and talk about that self-destructive kind of whirlwind energy, right? Mentally self-destructive. I feel like this person is mentally self-destructive with the things that they told themselves as well, and that they tell themselves in general. All right. And this person saying, you know, this time I've made a mistake, right? I feel like this person's like, I can admit when I make a mistake, right? This kind of, I know I can admit when I make a mistake, but I feel like they paint themselves, they project what they don't want on you, and they make themselves look like they're the ones that, you know, suffered everything while you just didn't care or just cut it off, you know, which is bullshit. We have reconciliation here. So I feel like this person, rat, I'm seeing the word rat, R-A-T, and we have the mouse here. Okay, I feel like you guys are saying, yeah, you know, we could have had a reconciliation here if this person wasn't such a rat, you know, wasn't such a rat. And I'm seeing the word time here too. So a lot of time needs to pass before there could ever be any kind of reconciliation in this situation. And yeah, I'm seeing the number 8 here, the number 83 or 8. Somebody's birthday could be in the 8th month, or it could be on the 8th, like November 8th. I feel like could also be a date here, Scorpio. I see the word Peter here too, and the word spear, and spree, like somebody going on a spree, right? Self-destructive. And I'm seeing the word Nat here, N-A-T, which my name is Natalie, and you know, this reading isn't about me, but as I've said before, there's a lot more people that watch this channel that may have those letters in their name, okay? Yeah, I feel like, what else am I seeing here? Yeah, I feel like this person is like, I'm seeing the letter V here too, V. But yeah, this person is like, there could be a reconciliation, or maybe you guys thinking, oh, we could have some type of reconciliation here, or it could work out to reconcile, but I feel like not if this person is still the same as they've always been. Like, and I feel this person does need to deeply reconcile with you in a way though, pile number 4, because they have resentments and, you know, that they are carrying with them into their new connection. That is, like I said, this person is having the same relationship over and over and over. It's like Groundhog's Day relationships, and they cannot escape that. And it's like they do need to have some type of reconciliation with you, like some type of discussion or some type of coming forward in order to clear some of this resentment or clear this energy. I feel like they are saying they need it. But I don't know if you really want to give that to them, pile number 4, because you could be like, hey, I gave you that chance, justice. I gave you that chance. And what you gave me was, you know, nothing but a heartache, motherfucker. So let's see what else here. We have new moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off, okay? So some of you working really hard within yourselves, pile number 4, to change these stubborn patterns within your own self, because maybe some of you also dealing with resentments and wounds from past relationships, having to work through that, right? Having to own your own behavior, having to take responsibility for your role in these situations too, okay? And Spirit coming through, pile number 4, saying your hard work and your serious dedication and responsibility is paying off in your life, okay? Saturn rewards. I mean, talk about good karma, right? When we work hard to notice a pattern and change it in ourselves, we get karmic rewards. Saturn is the planet Capricorn of karma. Saturn rules Capricorn. And so it's like your karma is growing and changing through the work that you've been doing, pile number 4. I feel this person needs some type of conversation with you in a way to work through this within themselves to get some clarity. But I don't know if I don't know, pile number 4. I don't know if that's something you're open to or you would be okay with. And I feel like for some of you, like I feel like this person really did love you. Here we have love, number 33, the card of love here. I feel like this person really did love you, pile number 4. They are just self-destructive. They're, you know, they have issues. They can't escape their patterns. They're, you know, they're self-pitying and self-destructive, and they haven't been learning any better. But I do feel this person did love you. If you're wondering, did they even love me? Did they even fucking care? I feel like they did love you, pile number 4. And for some of you, they may still have a piece of their heart that loves you, but yeah, pile number 4, you guys are like, I feel like you guys are like, I need the communication. If you want to, because a lot of times reconciliation doesn't mean getting back together. It just means, you know, putting the matter behind us and having an open conversation so that people can get closure and like bad feelings can be cleared, right? So I feel like you guys are like, yeah, maybe on that, but I don't know, pile number 4, how do you feel? Love, your relationship with yourself and others needs reassessing. Open up to the love of others by unblocking negativity. Embrace love without fear. Make it unconditional. This is something you've been working on, pile number 4. This sense of self-love and the relationship within yourself and being open to letting others love you and care for you and be there for you is, you've been doing some really hard work around this, some really good healing work around this. And Spirit saying, that's beautiful. Okay, that's beautiful, pile number 4. That's so wonderful. Oh, we have one more card here before we get into the intimacy. Wow, we can't forget that, right? Love and intimacy, and your hard work is paying off. So you are growing in your relationships and connections in the way that you love and the way you let others love you. You are definitely growing in this and doing the work. You know, this person is got a little bit left behind here, you know, because for them, this has been a tougher road. I mean, it's been a tough road for you too, but I mean, within themselves, they haven't been able to come to this level yet, you know, and it's not to say that they never can, but when I'm thinking of reconciliation, I'm thinking about like a conversation that clears energy and clears karma. That's what I'm thinking of, okay? Not necessarily getting back together, but intimacy. The energy of intimacy supports us trusting that we are safe to allow closeness. Yes, pile number 4. Yes, my loves, in pile number 4, love and intimacy. Your hard work around this is really paying off. Some of you guys may have been a little afraid of this with the mouse in the past, and you know, it might have been tough for you because you've gone through your own shit, you know, but Spirit really saying, you're doing the work. You're doing the work, okay? So what else does Spirit want to say about this, please? We have the Queen of Cups. You guys are beautiful, loving, flowing beings of light. You are loved by Spirit. You are loved by the universe. You are loved by me, pile number 4. You are loved by the planet, by the beautiful people in your life. And look at this reflection, right? This is a reflection here. And I talked about projection and reflection. This is seeing yourself honestly for who you are as an emotional, loving being, and not letting anyone interfere in the own, you know, projection of who you are and what you project out into the world. And if you're empathic, pile number 4, and you take on the emotions of others, and you're very, you know, you're very emotive that way, it can be hard to realize where one person ends and the other one ends. But I feel you're getting very clear about this reflection of who you are and the reflection and the self-love that you are seeing back reflected at you. And as one of my favorite astrologers would say, when I met her one day, and I walked up to her, and she said, she wrote a little thing to me on a book that she signed that said, honor your sensitivities. Okay, pile number 4, honor your sensitivities. The reflection becomes even clearer. Talk about intimacy too with the Queen of Cups. Ooh, here's the Strength card. And in this deck, it's called Lust. And I feel like it's a lust for life. You know, it's reaching out and grabbing what it is that you want and not giving up. Okay. And yeah, and I feel like Spirit's saying you guys are really working hard. Your hard work is paid off. You're very strong and you're very capable, and there's a sense of confidence in who you are and your journey and your path and owning who you are, okay? Which is very good energy. That's very strong solar plexus energy for you as well, pile number 4. So, you know, there's a lot of energies that come at you because you're very receptive, but this Strength card is like owning your core, okay? We have the 10 of Swords. You know that you can make it through anything, and that eventually it's all going to balance out at the end of the day anyway, because at the top of this 10 of Swords in this deck is actually the scales of Libra and the sign of balance. So even if I'm hurting today, even if my heart hurts today, and even if mentally I'm feeling down about something, and, you know, I'm going to come back even stronger. I'm going to come back even fuller. My heart is going to be even more open. I'm going to take my challenges and I'm going to let it help me shine and make me beautiful, is what I feel like Spirit is saying to you, pile number 4. And that you have the strength to withstand many things and bring yourself back to equilibrium, even when you feel like it's your darkest hour. Okay, pile number 4, that's very beautiful. And here's the 8 of Pentacles, right? Doing the work, prudent, decisive, you know, understanding that the pain or any pain and suffering in relationships that you've had has been to further your soul growth. And that's not always the case for everyone. I don't think that's an automatic truth for everyone, that pain and suffering that we felt in heartbreak opens our heart up even further. I think some people contract under that energy, and for some people, their deepest learnings are not coming through their relationships. But I feel like for you, the people in pile number 4, I feel like, you know, you blossom and you grow, and you become even more focused and determined in your mission and in your strength and in your sensitivity through all of this, pile number 4, okay? And yeah, Spirit really talking about you guys perfecting your soul, perfecting love, perfecting the way unconditional love, right? Really perfecting that energy, okay? So let's get one more card here for my pile number 4s, please. One more card for pile number 4. 7 of Swords, okay. So, and the Knight of Swords is on the bottom of the deck here. So yeah, some of you guys may have a Knight of Swords coming at you, and I feel like it's this person, actually, with the Chariot and the Knight of Swords. I do feel like they want to have a conversation with you that, you know, to clear the air. I do feel they want to have a clear the air conversation. And I'm getting the name Michael, which could also refer to Archangel Michael for those of you that resonate. But I feel like this person wants to have a clearing conversation with you to clear the air. But I don't know if this person kind of feels like you've already moved on, you're not open to it. But actually, if it's a clearing, actually, this is the King of Swords in this deck. It's not the Knight of Swords, because this is the Toss. So this is actually the King of Swords. And I feel like this person is like, I finally know what to say. I finally would be able to talk to you, but they don't really know if you would be, in any case, open to that. And they feel you may be defensive or shielded, or your energy may be shielded from them in a way. And I mean, interestingly, I do feel like you may be open to a conversation with this person that clears the air and helps everyone move on, but it stays more on a conversational level and doesn't really get into other things, okay? And there is some awkwardness from this person, and even awkwardness I feel with you and this person, as in, if we are going to try to, with the 7 of Swords, if we are going to try to, you know, talk to one another, like there's an awkwardness of like, well, how would this go to have this conversation to kind of clear this energy? Okay, it feels a little uncomfortable is what I'm getting. And particularly I feel actually from both of your sides, but I do feel like this person is like, hey, would it be possible for us to have a conversation here? Okay, and the King of Swords in the tarot is a Gemini. It could be any air sign. We have Gemini and Cancer here, but it doesn't have to be those signs. I just feel this person is like maybe ready to have a conversation on this, and you're just like, I don't know, you know, or they just assume that you're you know, that you might be like, no, you know, or that you just wouldn't be open to having that conversation. And that maybe that you've already moved on and things like that. Okay. But so that's energy. I feel that is still a little bit like the thread hasn't been totally, you know, if you're crocheting a jacket or crocheting a scarf, like, you know, it's not all the way finished yet in this person's eyes. I feel like they're like, yeah, you know, there's more to say here, but it's up to you, pile number 4. And in the meantime, you just have to keep doing your growth and your work and going deeper into unconditional love and intimacy within yourself and within your current relationships. Okay, pile number 4. So thank you so much, my loves. I hope everybody enjoyed their readings. The piles were all extremely different and had totally different energy in them. So if you want to watch other piles, feel welcome to do so. Please leave me a comment, like, share, subscribe. If this reading resonated for you, it does help my channel grow. It's a great energy exchange. Thank you so much, pile number 4. And I hope to see everyone again soon. Take care.